Hi guys, I think we are live. Let me check. Are we live? Can anyone respond to the comments?
Hey everybody, if you have a goal you're trying to accomplish,
Yes, we are live. I think I'm audible. Guys, am I audible? Yes, so Aniket replied. Hi Aniket. Yes, thank you. We are live. So let's wait for a few minutes so that other people also join in. Then we'll start the session. Yes, I'm audible. Thanks for your confirmation, guys. Let's wait for a few minutes. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts from previous sessions, like two previous sessions, you could ask your questions in the comment box if you have any. Yes, Anshuman, there is certificate for the bootcamp. After the completion of the bootcamp, you will receive the certificate. Okay, Krishna is saying that your voice is a little bit low. Is it low, guys, or am I audible? If I'm audible, then I think Krishna, it's some difficulty from your side. Guys, am I audible clearly, or is the audio low? Okay, it's a bit low. I think. Am I audible now? Is it clear now? Okay, cool. Now it's audible. Can you share the PPT? Yes, I can share the PPT. I'll share you the link of the drive so that you could get access to all the PPTs at once. So this is the PPT drive link, guys. Just click on that and you will be able to access all our PPTs. Yes, it's working. So meanwhile, before going into the session, I wanted to ask you guys, like I forgot to ask in the first day itself. Like, can I know which college are you from? If you are from BTech or BSA, anything. If you are from BCA, anything, that's fine. Like, I wanted to know from which college you are. So everyone drop your college name. So let's see which college you are from. Because of that, then I'll get to know you much in better, so that I'll remember with your college names, right? So let's see. Yeah, good evening, Chetan. Hi. So the PPT link is also dropped. Okay, I could see BCom, BSc. Acha, Krishna is from Sage University. Great. Okay, RC Patel. Tejas is from RC Patel. Institute of Engineering. Okay, Kushi. Swastik is from LPU. Yeah, I know a lot of college names where you are dropping. INS Institute, yes. Great, great. Good to see all of you from different colleges, different backgrounds. But we are united with this Python bootcamp. That's the beauty. Okay, Sri Ram Swarup Memorial College. Great, great, guys. Yale University. Acha, fine. Great, great, great. So I think you all are from different backgrounds, different colleges, different years. but we are here in the same bootcamp. So meanwhile, if you have any doubts from the past sessions, you could ask, or else we'll start the session soon. So just let me know if you have a doubt or no. Yes or no, that's it. If yes, please mention your doubt. If no, we'll start with the session. Yeah, guys, Anshuman is from VIT Bit, Villa Institute of Technology. That's great. I'm waiting for your yes or no so that we will start with today's session. It will be super interesting. Okay, Tejas is saying that he has no doubts. Yeah, good evening, Dilip. Hope you are good. Good evening, Sindhu. I can see a lot of no's incoming. I guess these guys have no doubts, right? But people who are saying yes already said that if you say yes, please mention your doubt as well, because just saying yes, I cannot get to know like what's your doubt. So if you have a doubt, just mention it, or else you could wait till the end of the session. We can clarify there, or even right now. Okay, guys. So we'll start the session quickly. But before that, do consider a like and subscribe to the channel. That really helps us like doing a lot of free boot camps for you guys. And I hope you like and subscribe and share the videos as well. Also, we do a lot of boot camps on our channel. You could just check out all the playlists, and it's really helpful. The main intention of the boot camps is to gain the domain knowledge, right? So we give you complete domain knowledge in the 7 days. All our boot camps are in only for 7 days, so that you could understand the depth of the domain in those 7 days. And if you're interested, then you could pursue as a career as well. Cool. We'll start with today's session, that is day 3, introduction to Python. Yeah, Vaibhav. So today also we are going to cover Python, but some of the interesting topics, control statements, and then we have loops, functions, and that's it. That's it for today. Functions, like I'll explain you in depth because these are somewhat important concepts, because which are used for machine learning. Cool, guys. Let's start. So welcome to the day 3 session of Python and machine learning bootcamp. And today we are gonna see what are control statements in Python. So whenever you heard the word control, it's like controlling something, right? Controlling a remote, controlling a device. In the same way, we have control statements in Python. So how can you control something in Python? That's what are these statements of. So control statements in Python have 3 types of statements. One is sequential statement, one is selection statement, and one is repetition statement. So all these are easy English words. You could understand the meaning of them as well. In the same way, we have different definitions for each of them. So control statements are something which are being controlled. That's it. So in that we have 3 types: sequential, selection, and repetition. So first, let's move on to the first control statement, that is sequential statement. As you see here, we have a little bit definition for it. But in my words, I'll explain you directly in the collab itself so that it will be easy for you. So sequential statement. So sequential statement, right? So first, let's see what is sequential. So you all heard the word sequence. So what is sequence? A set of statements or a set of anything in an order is called as sequence, right? So in the same way, sequential statements are something which has a flow, which has a flow of order. Even you could see the definition over here. Even that says that sequential statements are a set of statements whose execution process happens in the sequence. So it's super simple. The problem with sequential statement is that if the logic is broken in one line, so no, like the next lines of code won't work. So that is what sequential statements. If I'll give you with the example, then you'll understand how the sequence works, how the flow of the code works. First, let's go with a simple example. I'll give you a equals to 10, b equals to 20. We already discussed this. Then c equals to a minus b. This is a arithmetic operator. We use it for doing the subtraction. Like everyone does maths, right? So everyone knows it. Now, when I do a minus b, it's 10 minus 20, right? So now I'll print it. I'll print the subtraction is, and then comma c, because print spelling is wrong. Now we are printing the subtraction is, and then we are giving c because a minus b is being stored in c variable. So that c variable we are printing out. So however the code runs, how this code runs is called as a sequence. So first this line gets executed, a equals to 10. So Python will understand, okay, this was an assignment operator and he is assigning 10 to a. Then Python will understand, okay, this line is perfect, no errors in this. Next it will go to the second line, it will check the same. So again it's a assignment thing. He is assigning 20 to a variable called b. Even this line is fine. Then c equals to a minus b, this is a arithmetic operator performing, and then even this line is fine. And the last line, it's a print statement with a string, and then he wants to print out the statement, print the output. Now there is no error in the code, right? Now it is in a top to bottom approach sequence and it finds no error in the code. Then it will automatically run. So this is what called as sequential statement. But for example, I gave a error between the code. What shall we do? I'll print. See, for example, we are giving a name called edspread, but there is no use of it. So first, the Python will execute these two lines, and whenever it comes to the third line, it will see that there is something written, but I'm not able to understand it. So if I'm not able to understand, I cannot proceed to the next line. So that's the reason whenever you run this code, it will automatically throw you an error at line 3 itself. You could see an arrow over here, right? It's telling that in line 3 there is some error. It's what like the error is name edspread is not defined. So this is how sequence works. Is that clear, guys? What is a sequential statement or how a sequence program flow goes on? Just reply with a yes or no. If you are clear with it, then type yes. If you are not clear, again you can type no. Cool. Keshav said yes. So I think everyone will also say yes. Great, great guys. Okay. So now let's continue to the next statement, that is selection and decision control statement. So now again with the word, like I said before in the first day itself, Python is a basic English language. Whenever you read the word, you'll understand the meaning of it. So for example, decision control statement. So here we are taking some decisions. We want some decisions to be taken by the program itself. That is the reason we call it as decision control statements. And in decision control statements, we have few statements. Like these are the decision control statements that are done. So we'll even explore all of this. But mostly people might already have a little bit knowledge about this if else, simple if, nested if and all. But we will again go through each of those. So first let's go with simple if. I'll clear this. First let's go with simple if. I'll comment it out so that we get no error. So the first decision control statement is simple if. We have a small short definition over here. What is a simple if? But rather than going with definitions, I'll give you some real world example. So what does if mean? Can anyone answer? What does if mean? IF. Like English definition. What is if? I'm waiting for your answers, guys. I'll wait for the next 1 minute because there's a delay. If you can understand the meaning of if, then the complete control decision control statements will be easy peasy for you. What do you mean by if? Not in Python or in programming, in just simple English language. What do you mean by if IF? A condition? Okay. Any more answers? I see there's an answer from Pratham, a condition. Dilip is saying if loop. Yes, Sayed said that if means like taking another decision, else taking another decision. That's okay. Okay, so everyone knows what is if means, right? So in the same way, if is a condition. Agar, like in Hindi we say agar ye ho gaya, then it's good. In the same way in English we have if. Sorry, in English we have if. Also in Python we have something called as if statement, if statement. So what is if statement? I'll give you an example. So I want to go somewhere. For example, I want to go to a party, but I'm waiting for my friend. If my friend comes, I'll go. Or no, that's it. अगर मेरा friend आएगा then I'll go or else no. So that is what if means. Now let's see a program. Then you'll understand what is the use of if. I'll tell you a simple program. N equals to 10. I have defined n equals to 10. Someone gave a good answer. As in प्यार ही दोस्ती है अगर. Tejas, you are epic man. Like he gave a real world example. So I'm assigning n equals to 10. Then I'm checking a condition. See, here we check the condition that if my friend will come, I'll go or else no. That's it. So n equals to 10. If n modulo 2 equals to 0, then I'll print or else wait. Yeah, n equals to 10. And then what we'll do is n is a even number. This is a simple program. I'll explain you as well. N is a even number. So now what this program means. First I have assigned n equals to 10 and then I'm checking n modulo 2. So modulo is a concept where for example whenever you do a modulo you get reminder as an answer. Okay. So in the same way if 10 divided by 2 or 10 modulo 2 equals to 0 then n is a prime number. N is an even number, sorry. So whatever you give over here, for example I gave 100. So I'll run it. First, the answer will be n is an even number. Why? Because 100 by 2, 100 by 2 is 50, right? But we need reminder. That is the difference between a division and a modulo. When you do modulo, the answer will be 0. Because here we are calculating the remainder, not the quotient or the divided that we get. So we are getting 0. So this function is satisfying. If n modulo 2 equals to 0, so we are printing this. But if I give 11 over here and if you do 11 modulo 2, 11 modulo 2, then the answer would be something, it's 1. So now it's not satisfying. N modulo 2 is not equals to 0, then the condition won't run, like we are getting nothing, right? So this is what a simple if means. Anyhow, I'll also give you one more simple example. This, like with this you can understand. If age is greater than 18, you are eligible to vote, right? In our India, so if the age is greater than 18 then we are eligible to vote. So I'll give the age for example 17. So now 17 is smaller than 18, right? So when you run you won't get the output because you're not eligible. But if you give 20, now the age is 20, so 20 is obviously greater than 18, so you're eligible to vote. That will be the output, right? So if is used for checking the condition and validation. That's the reason we use if. Now I'll also explain you if else. Then it will be super easy, super cool. Else. So what does this mean? Agar this won't work, then print this. If this works, then it's fine. Else we have other condition. So we have two conditions. If this works, then we are printing this. If the age is not greater than 18, then print it out. Also for this, I'll give you an example. Now we are doing if else. So let's take a random small normal example. I want to travel from Hyderabad to Delhi. Okay. So I want to travel from Hyderabad to Delhi. What are all the transports that I have is train, bus, flight. Right. So I have three ways of transport. But now first what I'm choosing is I'm booking a train ticket from Hyderabad to Delhi. Train ticket. But first I'm going with train ticket. I'm checking if the train ticket is available or not. If train ticket available, then I'll go with it. Else, if train tickets are not available, then I'll go with bus. That's it. Even if bus is not available, else I have one more option, that is flight. Right. So if nothing is working out, then I'll change the date, obviously, but I cannot go with other means of transport. In the same way, if train ticket is available, I'll go with train. Else, I'll go with bus or flight. So that is how we use if else. Even this is a condition checking, but we have two options over here, if or else. Again, we'll take the same example. If n equals to 5, again if n modulo 2, I already explained you the modulo concept, equals to 0, then I'll print n is even. N is even, cool. But else, now here 5 modulo 2 is not equals to 0. So see, whenever I run it, I don't get an output. But this is not a good programming sign. We need to get output. Then I'll use else. If it is not even, then obviously it should be odd. So print n is odd. That's it. Now if you run it, you get n is odd. In the same way, what any kind of number you give it, now you'll get n is even or n is odd, because we have given both the conditions. Now I'll give 100, it will say n is even, and if I give 927, it will say n is odd. Got it? So this is how we use if else. So now, like, also you could see the flowchart over here. I'll explain you simple if. So this is the start point, this is the end point. So now first we are checking the condition, right? If the condition is true, then we'll execute the conditional code and end it. A simple route from starting to ending if everything is true. But if anything is false, then we'll directly go without printing the statement. We'll directly go out and we'll print nothing. That is the structure of simple if. Already explained you. And then coming to if else, we already just now covered if else. First we'll again go to the expression. If it's true, right, if it's true, we'll print the body and come out. But if it's false, also here we have a body of else, right? Previously we don't have a body for false. When it's false, we are just coming out of the statement and just exiting the statement. But here we have a body for false as well. So we have two kinds of statements over here. Simple if else. In if else, agar ye ho gaya, then it's fine. Or else we have other option as well. Then we are going with else statement. So this is how if else works and if works. And also we have one more concept called nested if. Nested if statements are if statement inside if. Nested. Matlab, I'll even give you an example. Now we are covering nested if. After this, I'll take the doubts, guys, if you have anything. But let me explain the last concept, nested if. So for nested if, I'll give you a simple example. Let's take three numbers and check which is greater among them. Right, we'll check which is greater among them. Again, we'll go with the code itself because going with a practical approach will make you more better. I'll give three numbers, 10, 20, 30. Done. So now I'm using if A is greater than B and if A is greater than C, then I want to print A value is high. First, let me write the program, let me type in, and I'll explain you. Else, if nothing works, then print C value is high. If nothing works out, because if this both conditions are wrong, then we'll go with other else statement called print. Now b value is high. So now I'll explain you the code what I have typed in. So first nested if, right? So nested if means if inside if. So now with a program we could execute is like we'll take three numbers a equals to 10, b equals to c, b equals to 20, c equals to 30. Now we need to check which is the highest or greatest number among these three. As we are humans, we could directly guess by looking into it. We'll tell that 30 is the highest number, sir. But the computer cannot understand it, right? So it needs a program. It needs some program to understand which is greater among these three. So what we are doing is we are taking if a is greater than b. If a 10 is greater than 20, then go to this inside statement and again check a is greater than c. Also if a is greater than c, then we'll print a value is high. If these both statements doesn't work, if this if statement doesn't work, then go to else statement, print simply c is high. But if these complete block is wrong, if nothing works out, nothing is correct, then just print else statement. So when we run it, we'll understand. Now here we have the highest number as 30, right? So C is greater. So we'll get this. C value is high. Let's run it. Oh, just a minute. We got B. Okay, I need to print it out in just a minute. So now here we have missed a little bit. Actually, this shouldn't be over here. Wait. So let's run it. Right. So in the same way, now again, if you remove this and if you want to compare between, what we can do is like we'll go with this. We'll give 40 and I'll give else print b value is high. So now we got that b value is high. Why? Because both these statements are failing. If a is greater than b, but we'll check it over here. A is 10, b wait. A is 10, b is 40. Right? Is 10 greater than 40? No. So the first statement itself is wrong. So directly we'll be printing outside the thing. So it's the else statement. Now b value is high. That's why we got the output as this. So for example, we'll give 1000 for a and run. Now we got a value is high, so it's checking that a is greater than b. Of course, 1000 is greater than 40. Then we are going inside, and now we are checking a is greater than c. Is 1000 greater than 30? Yes, it is. So we are printing a value is high. So in the same way, like if inside a if is called as nested if. So that is how we will define if else and nested if. So I'll show you this. So this has some the structure of nested if is a little bit difficult, but if you understand the concept, then it is simple. So now that is what we covered some control statements. The control statements we have covered. In this we covered selection statements. Sequential you already know. Next we have repetition statements that are loops. We will go for it. But meanwhile, if you have any kind of doubts in if else or nested if, please feel free to ask. Okay, so I'm checking the chats now. If there are any doubts, yes, so everyone guessed it correct. If is actually a condition. Yes, Chandan, you're correct. Yeah, Dilip, you're absolutely right. If else condition is the condition, ever you gave the definition, it's correct. So any doubts, guys? So last one conditional. I didn't get you, Manpreet. Ankit is asking PPT link. I'll share it. Okay, people are asking even if else. Yeah, even that is the same, but I want you guys to execute it because like I don't want spoon feed you. Just go to Google. See, even if you don't know, leave it. Just go to Google if elif else. Just type it in Python. That's it. You'll get the syntax. You'll get how the program works. Go to any of the website. You just explore yourself because everything if I explain, you'll just listen and forget. You'll feel that you got it, but whenever you keep typing the code, when you want to do it on your own, you'll face a lot of problems. Even when I started programming, I did the same. I used to watch all the lectures of 4 or 5 hours, and I used to feel this is so simple, right? But whenever I got code to be executed, like there were lots of errors. That's why like we are not including each and every point because I included it over here that we have four decision control statements, right? I explained three of them. Now explore this if elif else. So I guess more we have, and then we have loops. After loops, we have functions, and then that's the end for today. I think today the class might end a little bit soon, as it's Sunday. Even it's weekend for me, so I want to end the class soon. Let's see how it ends. So if you have any doubts, please ask it, guys. Yeah, Sanjana, I said the same. See, if elif you explore it, because when you explore it you'll remember more easily, because when I explain you feel that simple, it's super simple, we just need to type in and we need to give the expressions and we get the output. But that's not the case. Even for running this code, I took at least 3 to 4 days of practice in my initial stages, because even you feel that it's a simple if elif else statements, but to remember all this how this works you need some time. So give yourself some time, explore it. Don't feel that everything will be given, right? So you explore it, then you'll understand it in a much better way. Manmohan, attendance link will be shared at the end of the session, so we might end it by 8 p.m. today. And guys, one more important quick announcement is from tomorrow, that is day 4, we will be having live quizzes on the channel itself. So after the session is done, we will have live quizzes wherein you could participate, and each question has 1 minute of timer. So whoever will be the first guy or the first position, then we will be sending him edspread goodies. Even we did the same thing for our last previous boot camp. So also most of them were asking, sir, do in this boot camp as well. So we thought, okay, even it will be a fun and interactive session for you as well. So from tomorrow there will be quiz every day, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, live quiz. So after the session, we will share you the link of the quiz. Then all the guys could join in, and it's a live quiz, guys. Right? It's not that we'll give you a Google form and you can fill it. Even you cannot copy from Google because you'll have only 1 minute, and then within that 1 minute you need to answer it. We'll be having at least 8 to 10 questions. I think we'll be giving 8 questions or 10 questions for tomorrow, and each question has 1 minute. So within that 1 minute you need to answer, and people who answer the questions quickly and correctly will be on the top. Leaderboard will be also be shared, and whoever tops the quiz will get goodies from edspread. Are you excited for the quiz? Let me know, guys. Are you excited? If you are excited, then drop any emoji that you feel. There's no special emoji. If you are excited, drop any of emoji. Because even I know last time most of the people missed it, but this time you could try it definitely. And quiz questions will be even simple. We will only ask whatever we have covered in the 3 to 4 days. That's it. So from tomorrow we'll start the quiz, guys. And the quiz will be after 8 p.m. because till 8 p.m. we'll have the session, right? So from 8 p.m. to 8:15 or 8:20, the quiz will continue. After the quiz is done, we will send the attendance link as we do every day. So don't ask for the attendance link at 8 p.m. tomorrow because there will be a quiz, right? After the quiz is done, after the leaderboard, everything is done, then we will be sharing you the attendance link after the quiz. So even inform your friends or anyone who can top the quiz, or even you might be a lucky winner. So, but you will be winning edspread goodies from our side if you top the quiz. The only condition is just come and attend the quiz and test your knowledge. It's just for knowledge purpose. Actually, we thought to start it from today itself, but as it's Sunday, like everyone will be in the weekend mood, right? So from tomorrow we could start it. Yes, I see a lot of people are super interested. Should we attempt quiz by phone? Yeah, Ankit, you could attempt the quiz with phone, laptop, tablet, anything. Because it's just a platform link. We'll be sharing you a link called Slido, Slido. So this is the platform that we'll be using for the quiz, and it will be a live quiz, and it has only 1 minute of timer. So if you have any doubts about the quiz, then no worries. I'm here to help you. So anyhow, we'll start it tomorrow after the session. All you need to do is just it's like the fastest finger first. You need to give the correct answer within the less time. That's it. Today's session is and no delete. We have like two other topics to be covered. We'll cover it within 1 minute. I'm just here to take your doubts. If you have any doubts, we'll clear them off, or else we'll again jump into the session, guys. But meanwhile, let's hit the likes to at least 100 because we are 138 people over here. Let's reach the likes at least 200 likes because it helps us, like it gives us a boost to make a lot of different new bootcamps and all. I'm waiting for the 100 likes. Also, we are actually so close to 11K. When I announced it yesterday, we are just three subscribers away for 11K. I think it's visible. So even if you hit just three more people, guys, if we hit 11K, then even that would be a thankful note for us. Let's wait for 11K. Guys, don't do this. Don't unsubscribe, please. Three more people. Now four more. Yeah, likes completed, but the subscribers, okay, three more. Guys, quickly let's hit them so that we can jump into the session, guys. Don't waste the time. 98, 99. Cool. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys for 11,000 subscribers. We are now 11,000 community. Thank you everyone. So I hope you continue to support in the same way, and we could reach a lot more students and give this free bootcamps to all the students. Now we are 11K, officially 11K. Thanks a lot guys whoever are subscribing and liking the channel. Thanks a lot. Now let's come back to the come back to the session. Yeah, thanks a lot guys. Thanks a lot. See, we have done a lot of boot camps. So in the future also we are planning to get many more boot camps. Pushpender bhai, Aja, let's do party. Thank you guys. Thanks for it. Okay, Sarfraz is asking attendance link. But no, even if this party, if you are in party mode, we won't give the attendance link. It will be shared at 8 p.m. itself. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone. So, come on, let's jump into the session because we had a lot of conversation. So, now quickly look what's next. So, now, yes, we are at the repetition statements. So, as I said, we have three types of control statements: sequential, selection. So, already we have covered sequential and selection. Now it's repetition. So, in the same way, again, it's an English word What is repetition? Repeating it again and again, right? In the same way, repetition statements are used to repeat it. That's the simple definition. So a repetition statement is used to repeat a block of programming instructions. So it's basically called as loops, loops. I think you have heard it, or also called as repetitive statements. But in Python, we have only two loops, guys. Remember this because most of the people get confused. For loop and while loop, that's it. Like people who have a background of C and Java or C++ as well, what they feel is also we have do while loop in Python. No, we don't have do while loop in Python. But people who are new to Python and learning for the first time, just don't go into what is do while and all. Just remember, people who are new to Python, just remember, guys, that there are only two loops: for loop, while loop. That's it. Deal closed. But for people who are from C, Java, here we don't have do while, we have only for and while loop. So what is a loop actually? I'll give you a simple real world example. Like I know everyone will be listening songs every day, right? On Spotify, Wink, anything, or YouTube, we'll be listening songs, music. But if we like a song, what we do, we'll keep on listening it again and again, right? So if we are doing a thing again and again, is called a loop. Simple definition, simple example, so it will be remembered by you. What is a loop? Whenever you do things repetitively, whenever you do the things, same things again and again, it's called a loop. The simple best example is if you are interested in some songs, whenever you like a song, you keep on playing it. You keep on a loop. We call it as loop. Also, we have an option called as loop. So in the same way, even in programming, we have loops which does the work again and again. It is like an iterative approach. So I'll show you this flowchart, then you like understand. So now we have a flowchart over here. This is for loop. As I said, we have two loops, right? So for loop is like we have two loops. Both does the same, but both has its pros and cons. I'll explain you. So rather first going to this, I'll explain with the example only. I clear this off, and we are going with for loop. So as I said, it is the same. For loop is used for iterating over a sequence. That's it. So whenever you want to iterate, do the work again and again, you go for a loop. And in that case, we have for loop. Now I'll give you a simple example for loop. Let's take a list cars equals to, I'll give three random cars, body. I'm just giving an example, guys. Toyota. Then we have Maruti, right? So now I gave a list. So people say that, sir, how can I print this? I'll first tell you for A in cars, I'll just write the syntax and everything and then explain you. Print A. That's it. If I run, I'll get all the elements that are present in the list. So people who attended yesterday's session will say, sir, this is a list. Whatever you gave is a list. So also we could do like this. People will have a doubt like if you just type cars and enter, also we are getting the list, same list is printed but in a different manner, that's it. Then what's the use of loop? But that works only in list. So whenever you come for loops, you'll understand the meaning of loops in much better way in the next example. But here what I am doing is for A. Remember the keyword called for, this is used for loops. For A. I am taking a variable called A and I'm taking from cars. In cars. What is cars? Cars is a list which is storing all these elements. So for A in cars, print A, that's it. Whatever are there in the cars, I want to iterate it. I want to get all the outputs from this list. So I'm printing A. I run it, I'll get all the elements that are present in the list. I'll give you one more example. With this, you'll even more understand in a much better way. I'll directly go with the loop for I in. I'm giving a string over here. I'll give edspread. So this is a string, right? This is our name edspread. Now I'll just print X. That's it. So now guys, can anyone tell me what will be the output? Can anyone guess what is the output? I'm waiting for your answers, guys. Can anyone tell what will be the output? Yes, Manpreet. Performing some task again and again is called a loop. I'm waiting for your answers, guys. Can anyone guess the output of it? This is the code. Okay, people are telling error. Okay, you saw this line and you're telling error. So this was the actual that I wanted to print. Now tell me what's the output. But you are so like sharp because you saw okay here it is I, here it is X, it says error. That's correct, absolutely right. But it was my mistake, my bad. Now tell me the output of this, guys. Yeah, you are sharp. I got it, guys. But output of this, yeah, print I. Yeah, Rutuja, I made that mistake. It's my bad. Now what's the output of this? Yeah, Dhaval got the answer, but he's taking some time to print it. Yes, 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 everyone's correct. Yes, guys. So like we will get each letter from this. Like we are iterating it, right? So every time we iterate over a string, we get every character after it. Like for first we'll get E, then E, S, P, R, E, A, D. Let's run. Yes. So whatever everyone guessed was exactly correct. So that is the use of loops actually. So if you want to print out everything, like what we did is we iterated. We every time we printed it again, we were going back to it. Again we are checking, right? So in the same way, this is how loops work. Now I come to the main thing in for loop. It's called something as range function. So what is range function? It returns. I'll give you even simple example. Returns a sequence of numbers starting from zero. It's actually default, starting from zero by default and increments by one. So just remember the range function because I cannot use some fancy example to this. Range function is like it returns a number sequence of numbers starting from zero and increments by one. I'll give you example, then you'll understand in much better way. What we'll do is for I in range, see we have a function called range, range, not capital range. Here we'll give some random number that is 8. So now what I'll do is print coming. Now I'll print I, that's it. So I know most of you might already guess it. So we get it's actually a range, right? So what I said, it returns a sequence of numbers. That's completely fine, but starting from zero. So now here we get the output from zero, and by default it increments by one. Let's run it. Yes, Akshay, you're exactly correct. Start, stop, step. Like we have three types. So first we gave only start, like where we want to stop. So now we are getting it from zero, and we got only seven. People will feel that so we gave eight. Then why eight is missing? We gave eight numbers should be printed, not the number eight should be printed. Total eight numbers should be printed. So once you count them, it will be eight actually, because even zero is a number, right? So once you count, we'll get eight. So just feel that 8 minus 1 is 7, right? So we'll get the output as 8 minus 1, that is 7. So that is how range is used. Mostly we will only use range everywhere. So now again I'll give one more example. As Akshaya said, the syntax actually is start, stop, and also we have step if you want to use it. But now we'll go with the next example called start comma stop. So now I want to start it from number 2 and end it at number 20. So can anyone guess this output, guys? What will be the output? Just give me from where to where. Don't print all the numbers. Just tell me from 2 to 20, 2 to 15 in this way. That's it. Don't give me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that way. Okay, Keshav said 3 to 19. Okay, I'll write it down who I was telling it so that let's see who wins. Keshav said 3 to 19. Someone said 3 to 2 lakh or 2000. I don't know what's that. I think it's Mr. Papa. Pratham said 2 to 19. I cannot catch all the names now, it's too fast. Vineet said 1 to 19. Anmol Verma said 2 to 19 again. Yeah, so now people are telling 2 to 19. I don't know who wins. Let's comment them or else we'll get error. Okay, Santosh is telling that 2 to 20. I'll write his name. Let's see, guys. So everyone guessed it in their own manner. That's completely fine. Let's run it and check. I'll minimize it. Okay, so see, we are starting from 2. That's absolutely fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15. So we've got printed it till 19. That's it. Only till 19 because I explained you all before as well. So the number you give at the end will be counted as n minus 1. So 20 minus 1 is 19, right? So whenever you give a start number, it will print from the start itself. But the ending number won't be printed. It will be printed minus 1 to it. So 2 to 19 is the correct answer. 2 till 19. So people who guessed it 2 to 19, shout out. So Pratham, Anmol, yeah, and I also know like most of the people have guessed it, but I couldn't write. So guys, am I audible? If I'm audible, please give me the yes or no because there was some Wi-Fi issue. Yeah, people who have lag, just refresh it, guys. Yeah, so 2 to 19 is the answer actually. Give me a moment. Yeah, I know the screen is blank because so guys, actually we'll continue tomorrow because there are some network issues. I think even the screen is lagged and I already posted the attendance link. Even YouTube is not able to maintain the stream, so it won't be proper if I explain right now. So we'll cover loops tomorrow, guys. Really sorry because I don't know what happened to the Wi-Fi. Like it's raining over here, it suddenly dropped. So you could just fill the form, attendance form, or else am I audible and is it clear? If that's clear, then we could continue actually. But anyhow, the time is also 8 p.m. So you tell me guys, can we continue or shall we do it tomorrow? Because I want it from your side. If you are interested, then we will continue for the next 5 to 10 minutes. We'll cover loops. If not, we'll cover tomorrow. Yeah, Vaibhav, actually, I'll tell you what is the difference between them, but I haven't covered as well, right? So guys, let me know what's your view because I know that it will lag and even the screen will not be so clear because it's telling that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as well. So you guys tell it. I think yeah, even my OBS is showing yellow color. That means it's not a good sign. Like I want to know, is screen clear from for you? Because I see that there's some blur in my side. Is screen clear for you guys? No guys, we'll do it tomorrow because even this OBS is disconnected, reconnecting. Or else wait, I'll switch through the Wi-Fi just a minute. Yeah guys, my Wi-Fi is back actually. So now tell me, is it audible, clear, everything is good? If yes, we'll continue for the next 5 to 10 minutes or else we'll end it. But really sorry for the inconvenience. It was a sudden dropout. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is actually back. Now let me know if it's everything is clear or not. I'll wait till 8 o'clock. If everything is clear, we'll continue for next 10 minutes and end the session. Meanwhile, just a minute. So I'll wait for next 2 minutes. If everything is good from your end, we'll start it and end it by 8:10. Or else we'll continue tomorrow. Just let me know guys. Okay, everyone wants to start. Sure, we'll start because my Wi-Fi is also back and also I am back. Cool. So can anyone tell me till where did I teach or like where did you listen? Because in middle I think it was a lag. So can anyone tell me till where did you guys catch me? Voice is clear, sir, but screen is not okay. I guess screen is okay because yeah, everything is fine. I think just check it from your side once, like increase the quality. But from my side, it's everything is good. Okay, I got it. So okay. So till output, right? Just a minute, I'll end the poll. Also, the team has shared the attendance link as well. Give me a minute. Yes. Yes, guys. So we are back. Let's continue. So, so thanks a lot. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's my bad. I don't know why this happens sometimes. But yeah, we were covering loops. So now let's see the next type of loop. This is actually a range. So now we have done start, stop, right? Also there's something called a step. So now I'll give a number 2 as a step and run it and see what's the output. Then I'll explain you. As you see now we are getting the output as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So we are getting a difference of 2. Whenever you subtract, for example, 4 minus 2, then it's 2. 6 minus 4, it's 2. 8 minus 6, it's 2. That means whatever you give the number over here, it gives the step number of that. So for example, if you like you're starting from 2, right? Just simply add 2 to it. So what's the output? 4. So for 4, add 2. What's the output? 6. For 6, you add 2, 8. So that is what we call it as step. So for in the for loop we have only this many options. So are you guys clear with this for loop? Incrementing the number by 2, exactly Manpreet, that's what we are doing. We are incrementing the number by 2. In the same way, if I give 4, now the output will be 2 plus 4. Next we get 6, 6 plus 4. But it will go only till 20. See, 2, 6, 10, 14, 18. They are the like adding summing up with 4. Cool guys, so everything is clear for you. Great. So now I'll also explain you what is break and continue statement. I'll again go with the for loop for I in range 1 to 100. Now I'll take some good numbers 1 to 100 and I'll print x first. Let's print x. No, let's print I. I did the same mistake. I won't do it again. Now whenever I print it, I get from 1 to 100. Let me minimize a little bit for one moment. So see, we got 1 to 100. Like we get only 1 to 99. I mean 0 to 99. Right? No, sorry guys. We started from 1, right? So we'll get it from 1. But if we won't give anything over here, then it's 0. So from 1 to 99, we got the numbers. As I said, last number would be obviously minus 1. Right? So 1 to 100 we got it. So now what I'll do is I'll give a condition. Already we have discussed if, else, and all, right? So now I'll give a condition. If x equals to 90, 90, I'll give x equals to 50. Then what I'm telling is break. So in the English word again we have that break. Break means just stop it or break it. In the same way, I am breaking it whenever I equals to 50. So I am having a numbers from 1 to 99, right? So 1 to 99, whenever I get 50, I am telling it to break. So when I run it, check the output. I'll get only till 50. Because what I am telling is after 50, break it. Don't go. But if I put continue over here, it will continue. So that is how we use break and continue. See, again we got till 99. It's not stopping. So the stopping condition is called as break, and if you want to continue, you could continue. So is for loop clear, guys? If it's clear, let's quickly go to the next loop, that is while loop. So what if step value is negative? See, I'll show you. For example, we'll give minus 2. See, whenever you have a doubt, just run it and check whatever you get. See, are we getting any output? No. So I'll also tell you, even if you don't know anything, first I'll even explain you a skill like how to approach. For example, you who was that? Yeah, Amrita asked us that what is the if the step value is negative. For example, if even I don't know the answer, then what we will do is first we'll execute the code, then we got nothing, right? So now what we need to do, whom to ask? Simply go to Google because no one can help us much better than Google. Just type it. See, even when I have a doubt, I'll just Google it. So just even you Google it, whatever the question is. What if the step index is negative in loops? You'll get the answer. Python or anything. How to use negative indexes in loop? Can range step be negative? So you get the answers. Sometimes even I might not give you the accurate answers of some questions because I was not like I when I was learning I was having a lot of doubts. In this way, even you guys can Google it if you have any doubts. Even if I miss any doubts, just go to first execute. Once you execute, you'll get to know okay what's the output. If not, Google it. You'll get the answers for sure because Python is a vast community. Everyone has faced the problem that you might already face. Is it clear, guys? Shall we move on to while loop? I'll wait for one more minute. Yep. So Viber said yes. He's clear. Great. So guys, so let's move to while loop. I guess we won't be able to cover functions. Or let's see. So now again we have other loop called while loop. Even this does the same. What is while loop? Even it's a loop for iterating over a sequence. So now we'll directly go into while loop code and execute it directly. No more stuff. I'll give I equals to 0. I'll take a value I equals to 0. I'll give a loop called while. So now the keyword that we use over here is while. For loop we use for. For while we use this. And I'll give a condition that if I is less than 5. if I is less than 5, I'm telling that print edspread. So now let's see what will be the output. So this is called as infinite loop. You just see it's just rotating. Means our output is into an infinite loop. See, like there's a lot. You could see the scroll bar over here. It's just keeping on iterating. So this is what is called as an infinite loop. I wanted to show it. So people ask like, what is infinite loop? How does it go? Like it still keep on loading, but see, even it's saving. Sometimes it gets crashed. Sometimes PC gets crashed. I don't want to do it because like if my PC gets crashed, then again this will be closed. I'll leave it. Again I'll open it. The PC gets crashed again. I need to restart it everything. So again, let's go to Python class 3. So that is what infinite loop is. But now I'll show you like you see streaming output truncated the last Python lines. It said that you just executed it. I got it. Again, it's getting executed. I'll just delete it. See, even it's busy. It's showing busy. I'll delete it. That's it. Now it's cool. Or else it will go to infinite loop and it will crash. Let's give the code again. I equals to 0 while I is less than 5. What I'm doing is now I'm incrementing I equals to I plus 1. Then I'm printing edspread. Just now we haven't given this line, so all that thing happened, we got into infinite loop. Now I'll run it. Now edspread prints for 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? How is this happening? What's the case behind this? So first I gave the value I equals to 0. Now it's checking while I is like I, what's the value of I over here guys? It's 0. So it's checking 0 is less than 5. Is 0 is less than 5? Yes, that's true. Then what I am doing is I am going into the loop. So here after going into the loop, I saw that I equals to I plus 1. So what was the value of I over here? It's 0. So 0 equals to 0 plus 1. That means I equals to 0 plus 1. So what is 0 plus 1? It's simply 1. Now I have incremented the value. This is called as incrementing the value. This line is used for incrementing the value. Now I have incremented the I value to 1. I printed edspread once. Okay, that's fine. Again, I'll execute the loop and loop again and again. Whenever I value is 5, right? At one point you'll reach that I value equals to 5. When it's 5, it will again check the value. Is 5 less than 5? No, 5 is equals to 5, but 5 is not less than 5. So then it won't go inside and then it will get exited from the loop. So that's how while loop runs. For example, if I give here 20 times, then we'll get edspread for the next 20 times. We got 20 times. The same way, if you give 1000 times, it will print for 1000 times. That is what a while loop is done. But I know a guy asked me about that. So what is the difference between while loop and for loop? That was a good question because everyone, even I had the doubt in the starting. For loop is used when you know how many times to run, or iterate. Okay, but you use while loop when you don't know the case, when you don't know the situation or the test case. I'll break it so that it will. So this is what something I don't remember his name. He asked me about what's the difference between for loop and while loop. So my friend, this is the answer. For loop is used when you know how many times to execute what's to be done. Or else simply go for while loop. But both have its pros and cons. That is the use of for loop and while loop. Also, I'll give one more simple example for while loop, then we could conclude and even you will understand. I equals to 1 again. Again, I'm checking that while I is less than 20. Okay, I is less than 20. What I'm telling is print I. So if I is less than 20, I'm telling print I. If I equals to 15, then break. But here, every time in a loop, in while loop, especially in while loop, don't forget the value of incrementing, because if you don't increment, what happens? Like, if you don't increment, what happens? 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 If you don't increment, what Again, it went into a infinite loop. You're not incrementing it; it's just getting into infinite loop. That's why. So I equals to 1. So don't forget about incrementing or else your system will crash. Not every system will crash, but mine will crash for sure. I less than 20, I'm printing I. Then if I equals to 15, I'm telling it to break. Everything is clear, everything is fine, but I haven't incremented. If I don't increment, you know what's the case. I'll give a different type. I equals to again same I plus 1. So now this is a perfect program. If I run it, I'll get from 50. I'll get till 15 because after that I told the program to break. If I get, if I give over 18 over here, it will print from 1 to 18. After that, it is broken. After that, the code is broken. Done. So this is how the loops work, guys. Are you clear with this? Cannot increment if it reaching yes, Manpreet. So is this clear, guys? If this clear, we'll end. I know already we are left with functions. Every day we are leaving something or the other. So functions is also an important concept and a simple, easy concept as well. Can you share the PPT? Yes, already the PPT link is shared, but I'll share it again. You could just access it by using the drive link. This is the link, guys. So shall we continue with functions or shall we end? Because I'm interested to teach. There's no issue from my end. But I know the time span or the attention span of the student will be less. So you guys tell me because functions is somewhat important. So shall we do it now or shall we do it in the tomorrow session? I know it's Sunday, it's the weekend, but you guys tell me if you are interested, we'll go ahead or we'll end the session. I'll wait for 8:15, 8:15. Then we will see what people say. People are telling to end. Sure, I'll end because even right now it took you 15 minutes. No, Pratik, I won't continue because if I continue, people won't like because weekend and it's Sunday. Like, how can you continue for so long? I shared the attendance link again. Okay, guys, we'll teach it tomorrow itself. I have concluded it. So cool. Now, if you have any doubts, I'll be here for next 5 minutes. If you have any kinds of doubt, please ask me, or else you could drop in and like we could again meet tomorrow again. Yeah, we'll meet Monday 7 p.m. Also, guys, tomorrow there's a quiz, so don't miss it out. You could be the guy who could win goodies from edspread. Don't miss it out. Yeah, guys, it's tomorrow. Don't worry. So meanwhile, before leaving, do consider a like, guys. We have 146 likes. We have 146 right now. Let's reach at least 180 because we are 103 people. 180 or 200, even 200 is fine. Okay, Vinny is asking us loud. Sir, in C language we use and in printing statement. So can we use in Python? I didn't get you actually. Like I am not that familiar with C to be honest, Vinny. But for this doubt, I think Google can answer you in a much more better way than me. But I guess you're asking and in printing statement. In print statement, we have nothing actually in Python. Actually, in C, I know it's like ampersand symbol and print whatever we want. But in Python, it's simple. Print hello, that's it. We'll get the output. Python is that's why super easy compared to all the programming languages. Cool, we are 151. I think we are 93 people. If everyone hits the like button at once, we'll reach to 200. 200 likes. I hope we'll reach this 200 likes target. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, guys, please ask. I'm waiting for your doubts. If not, we'll end the session. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching, being patient enough till the end of the session. I know there were some issues between, but it happens. Yeah, I think there are no doubts. Simple project for resume. Karthik, okay, I can give you some projects. Like, in which domain do you want projects? Like, there are so many domains, right? Are you from full stack, or do you want machine learning, data science? But for everything, Google it rather than me. If you want from full stack, see every project you include in resume, don't just include it blindly because recruiters will even see the projects, even they will check your projects and they'll ask questions based on that. If you just add some question from the if you just add some projects from the internet, they will catch you because you cannot explain that. They'll ask from the back end or any stuff. Ask some hard questions. So include the projects only which you really worked on. Even if it might be a small component that you worked on, it's completely fine, but be honest, that's it. Because they will first see, like, is this project done by you or did you just copy pasted the code from GitHub and everything. Level of questions in quiz. Okay, Anmol, there are no such tough questions. We'll just give easy questions because this is a beginner level bootcamp and we think that everyone are in the same level, right? So questions will be a kind of medium and easy, not hard. Where to practice Python as a beginner? Cool. Sridhar, just I'll give you a best example. We have something called as W3 Schools Python. Just type W3 Schools Python. Even I learned everything from here. So from my personal experience, I'm sharing you. See, we have all the topics covered over here. Just go to any of the topic. For example, we covered for loop, right? Go to for loops. Just study what is for loop, right? See, whatever we explain, everything is present over here. Even we follow this website a lot so that even we could explain it in a much easier way to all the students. And at the bottom, you have something called as exercises. These are basic, so easy level for beginners. See, he is just asking what is the output, how could you do it. So we could just type it for x in fruits, and here we have a semicolon as the syntax. Submit the answer, that's it. So you have 3 to 4 exercises for it. Submit the answer correct. Even if it's wrong, you could get the answer, show answer. So it's a continue. So in this way, you could practice it over here for all the different topics. Once you are perfect with this, go to HackerRank, Lead Code. These are from competitive programming, but mostly go to HackerRank. You will be having Python questions based on only Python. You could solve it, then come to competitive programming if you are interested. So that's where you could practice. I think your doubt is cleared, Sridhar. Yeah, Keshav. W3 School is the best one. So how to make LinkedIn profile more attractive? Anmol, one thing we could do is for making LinkedIn profile more attractive, first include all the projects that you're working on. Okay. So if you're not working on any projects, try to find out new projects. It's not that you need experience, you need to go into some organizations and work. Basic, simple thing, work on your own ideas, include them as your projects, and then first, like, include all the stuff, for example, your education or the skills, everything, and then add your projects. Then later on, if you get any internships or you are working at any startups, then even add them in your work experience. So all the things that you are learning each and every day, just post it on LinkedIn so that even other people will see and think that okay, Anmol knows this technology or he is familiar with this. Then definitely they will reach, like, look into your profile. So automatically it will be built. Can we make project by using just Python? Yes, Manpreet, yes, absolutely yes. You could just build projects using only Python. Thanks a lot, Pratik. Hope you also join for the next 3 to 4 day sessions as well. Yeah, HackerRank, there are some difficult problems, but if you want to ace Python, if you want to completely go into a super level, then you need to do it. Everything is hard, guys. Nothing is easy. For AML, why we use Python only? Because machine learning are some kinds of algorithms which need some different data structure. So Python is a language we use for those algorithms to work. Got it? Because Python can predict. It's a easy language. That's why. I randomly got suggestion of this channel, your way of teaching. Thanks a lot, Sridhar. Like we do a lot of different boot camps. You could check out our channel, 7-day boot camps. So if you're interested, you could join every day and attend all the sessions that we do. But don't forget to like and subscribe so that you never miss an update from us. But guys, we haven't reached 200 likes yet. We are 70 people till now. If 70 people hit the like button at once, we'll easily go to 200. How to understand question? Which question, Archit? Are you asking questions from this, or like what questions? Or an exam questions? What questions? Yeah, Sakib, we will get certificate. Like you will be receiving certificate after the boot camp is done. After the 7 days are done, you will get the boot camp certificate to your registered mail ID. Thanks a lot, Anmol. See you tomorrow. So guys, I'll be here for the next 3 to 4 minutes. Then we'll end it because I know it's a lot of delay today. That's why I'm waiting for your questions. So test right now or tomorrow? Shubham, it's tomorrow from day 4. There is no test today. We are starting the test from tomorrow itself. Please do a website on website designing. Sure, Tejashree will do that. Like you are asking for UI UX designing, right? So sure, we'll do that. Yeah, trigger certificate you will get after the boot camp. Not now. After the 7 days boot camp, we'll send it directly to your mail ID itself. Okay, so Achit is asking programming questions. Yes, that's a lot of difficult thing for everyone. To be honest, even for me, even right now when I go to solve some questions, I don't understand the questions itself. So what I suggest is like when I was a beginner, what I used to do is first I'll read the question completely, even if it's 4 lines, 5 lines, 10 lines. Then break the question into different parts. Everyone will say the same. I know everyone has the same technique. Even I follow the same. Break the question into simple techniques, right? Break the bigger problem into smaller problems and try to solve them first. After you solve them, merge them, attach everything. That's it. Because this is not a solution for you, but you need to find out the better solution which is opted for you. I said what did I follow, but even you find out how could you figure out. But mostly what I'll tell you is first break the problem into a small problems and then try to figure out. That would be easy. So I have 2 years gap after graduation. So can I get a job? Yes, if you have skills, Amit, you could get a job even if you have a gap year or if you have backlogs. All you need is skills. Like to get into top MNCs or top companies, they might see your CGP and all this, but to get into good startups or if you have really the skill, then they will hire you for sure. So what will be the next topic for next bootcamp? Shaikin, I guess, yeah. So we are planning. I cannot reveal it. I cannot reveal it yet because we don't know. But sure, you'll get the announcement in WhatsApp groups. We will launch a new bootcamp on different technology for sure. If possible, please arrange Django bootcamp. Yes, yeah, we'll surely arrange because it's for web development backend, right? We'll arrange it. Are you going to teach libraries in Python? Yes, Sridhar, we are going to cover Python, Numpy, Pandas, and matplotlib because those are important for machine learning, right? So we'll cover it in the next 3 to 4 days. Yeah, all the registration links will be sent to WhatsApp groups. Can you share the WhatsApp? Yes, I'll share the WhatsApp group link if anyone haven't joined yet, because I know most of you might miss it. So once you join the group, all the updates will be available over there. So this is the WhatsApp group. If you haven't joined, hello guys, I think it's time to leave. Thanks a lot for attending, and we'll meet tomorrow again. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.